Ever felt like you fooled everyone into believing that you're smarter than you actually are? Like one day people are going to find out that you're not so good and it'll all come crashing down. This is called the imposter syndrome. It hits some of the most hardworking, sincere, and capable people, the ones who actually should not be doubting themselves. Today, let's go deeper into this topic, and the reason we are talking about it is because it is linked to something we have spoken about before called self esteem. Hi everyone, my name is Nayantara. I'm a counselor and psychologist. I strongly believe that when people get to know themselves better, their relationships improve, their decision making improves, and the way they understand others and themselves changes drastically. This overall improves their quality of life and mental health. I am on the series of self awareness. If you have not checked the videos before, do click on the link below in case you missed any of it out, and let's dive deeper into our topic today, the imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome क्या है? Imposter means किसी की नकल करना or to pretend to be something that you're not. Posing as somebody, basically. Imposter syndrome is a nagging voice that's in your head that says, hey, you don't deserve to be here, you just got lucky. Very soon you'll realize that you don't belong here. Research shows that at least 70% people experience imposter feelings at some point, and it is especially common among people who are high achievers or those who are perfectionists. It often sounds like this: मुझसे तो गलती हो गई है, सब लोगों को लगता है कि मैं talented हूँ, पर actually मैं इतनी talented हूँ नहीं. I'm just faking it. This confidence, it's not real. But here's the twist. Imposter feelings are not about just self-doubt. They are connected to how stable your self-esteem is. Which means that if your self-esteem is stable, you are less likely to experience imposter syndrome. पर अगर आपकी self-esteem stable नहीं है, तो आपको लगेगा कि आप सबको बेवकूफ बना रहे हो. We had spoken previously about self-esteem. Self-esteem क्या है? It basically means how much you value yourself. It is not arrogance. It is not self-pity. It is the quiet confidence of knowing that I have worth even when I'm not perfect. जब मैं perfect काम नहीं करती हूँ, तब भी मेरी value है. But psychologists often say कि self-esteem जो है वो एक tricky चीज है. Why is it tricky? Because self-esteem does not mean just feeling good about yourself. It's about feeling real. Some people have a high self-esteem, but उनकी ये high self-esteem बहुत fragile है. वो बाहर से तो confident appear करते हैं, but उनकी self-esteem constantly validation पे depend करती है. इसका मतलब जब दूसरे उनको praise कर रहे हो, जब उन्हें कहीं से appreciation मिल रहा हो, जब उनको बहुत excellence के awards मिल रहे हो, या बाहर से कोई कह रहा हो, हाँ आप बहुत अच्छे हो, तो उनकी self-esteem high रहती है. On the other hand, there are also people जिनकी slow self-esteem है. वो constantly अपना self-worth question करते हैं, चाहे वो success achieve करें या ना achieve करें. There is a research by two psychologists called Crocker and Baumeister. This shows that when self-esteem is dependent on external success, वो unstable हो जाती है. इसका मतलब अगर हमारी self-esteem सिर्फ external चीज़ों पे टिकी है, जैसे कि हमारे अच्छे marks आ रहे हैं कि नहीं, हमें अवार्ड्स मिल रहे हैं कि नहीं, मेरी सैलरी बढ़ रही है कि नहीं, मेरा बाहर से चेहरा अच्छा दिख रहा है कि नहीं, am I looking good, am I receiving praise. तो बाहर एक्सटर्नल वैलिडेशन कॉन्स्टेंटली अगर सेल्फ एस्टीम को डिटर्मिन करती है, तो सेल्फ एस्टीम अनस्टेबल हो जाती है. Why? Because it's constantly dependent on what others think of you rather than what you believe about yourself. So in such a case, every failure becomes personal, और थोड़े टाइम में कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स भी फेक लगने लगते हैं. This is exactly when imposter syndrome kicks in. Think of imposter syndrome as a self-esteem problem wearing a really smart jacket. अंदर से खोखला है पर बाहर से बहुत सुंदर है. अच्छा जैकेट पहना है, किसी को नहीं पता चलेगा. But when you achieve something, दिमाग में कुछ ऐसे से थॉट्स आने लगते हैं कि अगर मैं सच में इतनी केपेबल होती तो ये मेरे लिए इतना मुश्किल नहीं होता. ये अचीवमेंट जो है मुझे अच्छा लगता अचीव करके. या फिर आप सोच रहे हो कि अगर ये मुझे दोबारा करने को बोलेंगे, पता नहीं मैं कर पाऊंगी या नहीं. मे बी दिस टाइम वाज अ फ्लूक. सो योर अचीवमेंट्स डोंट मेक यू फील मोर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योरसेल्फ, they actually make you more anxious because you're constantly thinking that you didn't do it on your own, it was just luck, or it was just a fluke that it happened to be correct this time. So it's not that you lack ability. There is an internal permission to believe in that ability. There is a sense within you that does not allow you to feel sure about yourself or confident about yourself. In India's achievement-driven culture, where log kya kahenge matters a lot more than what you feel, our self-esteem is often formed by external approval. क्या मेरे मम्मी को अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं, मेरे पापा मुझ में विश्वास रखते हैं कि नहीं, मेरे पड़ोसी क्या बोल रहे हैं मेरे बारे में, what do others, what do my friends and family and my colleagues say about me. All that shapes our self-esteem a lot more, which means Indians are far more likely to experience imposter syndrome than other Western societies, which focus more on their own self-worth or where it is not validated so much publicly. So when that happens, you're far more likely to say, "Ke this is not me. It was just luck. ये तो ऊपर वाले की इच्छा थी," instead of crediting yourself for it. And that is why even when you make it, you can't really feel that I have done this by myself. So one should ask, what does a healthy self-esteem look like? Carl Rogers was a very well-known psychologist, and he said that a healthy self-esteem grows where there is a congruence between your real self and your ideal self. Congruence का मतलब एक अच्छी तालमेल होना, और real self वो है जो हम actually में हैं, ideal self वो है जहाँ पे जो हम बनना चाहते हैं. In simple words, you say, I know my flaws, but I can still accept myself. मुझे पता है मेरे में खामियां क्या हैं, पर मैं फिर भी अपने में विश्वास भी रखती हूँ और मैं अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट भी करती हूँ. Another researcher, Kristen Neff, adds the idea of self-compassion. Compassion का मतलब है care and empathy towards others. The same kind of compassion that we show to others जब उनके साथ कुछ हो जाता है, we need to be compassionate to ourselves also, which means being kind to yourself the way you would be to a friend. For example, if your friend has failed, you would not bash them. आप उनको गाली नहीं दोगे, आप उनको discourage नहीं करोगे, आप उनको कुछ अच्छा बोलोगे, कुछ encouraging बोलोगे. The same way that you encourage someone else and lift them up, हमें अपने लिए करना भी जरूरी है. What happens with this is that self-compassion actually builds more confidence than just being positive about the situation or just thinking positive about something. Compassion allows us to accept things that went wrong and also look to the future with hope. And when we do that, it actually brings more stability in us with being confident, with being building a better self-esteem and a more realistic self-esteem, or rather a self-esteem based on the congruence of our real self and the ideal self. Now let's look at a practical exercise. It's called the credit list. Now use a notepad or a notebook or even your phone would do. अपनी 3 achievements लिखिए, moments that you're really proud of, and for each one note what made it happen. ऐसा क्या हुआ जिसकी वजह से आपको ये achievement मिली या आप कुछ achieve कर पाए. Was it your effort? Was it your skill, your choice, or was it something else that you have noted about? Read it again. Notice the urge to say कि ये luck से मिला या ये by chance हो गया. And catch that thought and replace that idea with I contributed, I showed up, and I did that. Now, there is no harm in crediting others along with you. जायज़ सी बात है, हम एक सोसाइटी में रहते हैं, हम सारा कुछ सिर्फ अपने बलबूते पे नहीं अचीव कर सकते. Often there are people who contribute to it, maybe your parents, your spouse, other colleagues or a dear friend, people who shape us, लोग जो हमारी मदद करते हैं, किसी ने हमें सिखाया, किसी ने करवाया, कोई कुछ लोग ऐसे जो हमारे साथ में मिलके वो शायद उन्होंने काम भी किया हो. Maybe it was a team effort. So there is no harm in crediting other people along with you. But if you want to overcome imposter syndrome, it's important to recognize the role that you played in it. Very often we think that this happened by chance. But guess what? If you had not showed up, then it would not happen at all with you. So if you want to overcome imposter syndrome or struggle with imposter syndrome, you need to recognize your contribution to a particular achievement as well. That will help it replace with that internal refusal to give you credit and instead of your mind telling you कि ये तुम्हारी वजह से नहीं हुआ, ये luck है, you replace that constant nagging feeling with things that actually were true or contributions that you actually made, and it will help you with that. If you struggle with imposter syndrome, you should know you're not a fraud. You are work in progress, just like everyone else. Real self esteem is not built on the appreciation of others or on getting to a state of perfection. It is built on self trust. When you trust your own effort and your intention, you stop feeling like an imposter because you start feeling enough. Self trust is built by bringing in congruence between your ideal self and your real self. Recognizing who you are today, but also having a hope and working towards who you want to be in the future. I hope this video was helpful to you. Follow our channel, subscribe, and if you like this video and it helped you, do share it with a couple of friends. Thanks for watching.